Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we have come up here with a new video to find information about the chemical formula. So in this program we are going to take input from the user of the chemical formula, and then the information about that chemical formula will be get printed. So let's get started. So before starting, we have to install a library present in Python, that is pubchem_py. pubchem_py. So for installing it, you have to write like this: pip install pubchem_py, and when you execute your cell, then it could take several minutes according to your network connection. Then in my case, it is saying requirement already satisfied because I have already installed this. Now after that, you have to import this library. So for importing, you will use the import keyword, and then you will write pubchem_py, and I'm giving it a alias name, means a reference name, that is PCP. So whenever I'm going to call a function of present in this library, I will use this PCP instead of that. Okay. Now going forward, for taking the input, for the formula, I'll create a variable, and in this variable, I'm going to store my chemical formula. So I'll just prompt to the user that enter chemical formula, and I'll use the upper method here in my input, that it will not depend on the user to give always a capital letter. If the user is giving small alphabets also, this upper method will automatically convert that small alphabets in uppercase. Now after this, I'm using this try block to keep the further codes that are the risky codes. In that codes, a error could occur, so I'm keeping this in try block. And then I'm going to create an object that is compound, and in this object I'm going to call a function of this pubchem_py library, that is get compound, that is get compounds. Now in this function I'm going to give two parameters. The first parameter will be this variable over here, and the second parameter will be its type. So we want to find for the formulas, so I'm giving the second parameter as formula. If you want to find with a name, so you can, instead of formula, you can write here NAME, name. Okay. Now after that, I'll give 0 here. I'll write 0 in the square braces, because whenever this get compound function will find, means will find several searches for the particular chemical formula which we have given, so there will be many results. So from that particular many results, the first result will be at the 0 index, so that will get fetched. So for that I have written here 0 in the square braces. Now after that, for printing the specific names, we are going to use attributes which are present in this pubchem_py library. So for using that attributes, we have to use the name of our object, that is compound here. So we'll see that how we are going to do it. So I have used the f string over here to print the variables. So first of all, I am going to print name. So for the name, there is a attribute, that is IU IUPAC number, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this is a union of many uh, organizations together, and they give a particular chemical formula a name. So, and that name is called a IUPAC name. So for printing that, we have to keep it under this curly braces. Now again, for printing the common name, we have to do the same. I'll just use this f string, and then I'll print common name. Now for the common name, there is an attribute, that is synonyms. So we have to use that attribute. So I'll use this object name compound over here, and then I'll write syno, and then synonyms. Now there could be multiple synonyms for a particular chemical compound. So I want to print the first one. That's why I have again used, I have written 0 in the square braces. Now I want to print the molecular weight of that particular chemical compound. So for that, I'll just first print a string molecular weight, and after that, I'll just use the object and then the attribute that is, and then the attribute is molecular weight. Now, for printing the formula, I'll just write here formula, and then I'll use the compound, and then the attribute for molecular formula is molecular underscore formula. Now our program is uh, all set. Now because we have put it in a try block, means there could be an error, and that error could be an index error. So for handling that error, what I have to do, I'll just use the accept block, and in this accept block, I'll print my customized message so that it will be easy for the user to handle it. And what I'll print, I'll just print that no information found for this. I'll just write over here this chemical formula. So do what? After that, I'll write, so please check the formula. And I think our program should work. So I'll just write over here. Now it is asking enter chemical formula. So I'll give starting, I'll give H2O. We know that it is water. So now again, because it is fetching data from the pubchem library, it is fetching data from the pubchem, that is the database in which all the information for the chemical substances are present, which was lost in 2004. So it could take some time also, or or it could be based on your network. So now you can see enter chemical formula. It is, we have written H2O. Its name is oxidine. Common name is water, and its molecular weight is 18.015, and formula is H2O. Now again, when I'll execute the code, now this time I want to check for, suppose, CO2, that is carbon dioxide. So we'll just write CO2 and wait for some time till the data is not getting printed. Now you can see that in name nothing has been printed. So suppose there would be no name, or some database issues can also be happen. Now in the common end, you will see that it is carbon dioxide and molecular weight is 44.009, and formula is CO2. Now again, we can check for, suppose, C6H6. Now I have read in my 12th standard that it is something like, I just don't know the name, but I know this formula that C6H6 is something, then CH4 is methane, then C2H4 is ethylene maybe. Okay, so it is the formula for benzene. So as in the name, you can see it is benzene, and the common name, it is also benzene, and molecular weight is 78.11, and then formula is C6H6. So in this way, this whole program is very useful for you when you are a student of chemistry, or if you are interested in chemistry, then it could be very beneficial for you. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next video.